Welcome back to Dad's Foxbody Garage. Gonna do something a little different tonight. Instead of showing you what I've been doing or talking about plans, I'm gonna ask you guys some questions. So I'm hoping you guys can help me out with a problem I'm having with Calypso here. So this evening I went to our car club, which is Shady Characters, and met those guys up there and ran into my buddy Jason, and we hung out, and he's the guy that's been coming over and helping me other than Kevin. Old gearhead buddy from high school, knows a lot. Again, we've been doing this stuff for so long, we've forgotten more people, or we've forgotten more than most people know. At least that's what we like to think. So, like I said, I went up to the car club, and I'm having I want to say it's like a stumbling problem. Around 5,000 RPM at full throttle. Now, I can rev it up, just driving along. I can hang in a gear up to 5 grand, and I have no burbling, no anything, right? Smooth as anything. Under no boost, right? Because I'm only under partial throttle. So when I lay into it, then full throttle, it'll break up. Now the other scenario is I can take off, not like out of the hole, but on a roll. There's no out of the hole with this car because it just will end up in a ditch somewhere. So on a roll, in say second gear, you can flat pedal it, and it'll come up on boost and rev all the way up to 5 strong. And as soon as it hits 5, it'll go through that stumbling again. So I took the plugs out, checked the plugs, re-gapped them at 40. They were kind of all over the place. Some were at 50, some were at 46. I've seen some people run a lot closer than that, and that's probably what I'm going to try next. I am running premium 93, timing set fixed at 25 degrees. There's no spark knock. You don't hear anything. Obviously 25 isn't very much. And I'm in a full throttle. I did see the boost gauge hit 6 today. So not a lot of boost. I don't know, guys. I'm asking you, what do you guys think is going on here? Things that did change from the first time I took it out. And the first time I took it out, it was flawless, right? It would crank right over to 6 grand, in like a second. I did have half a tank of race fuel in it. Now I just have 93 premium. So yeah, that's changed, but we did mess around a little bit with idle mixture, but again, that's the idle circuit. Can't think of anything else we messed with. And it was actually doing that before we started messing with the carburetor. That's right. Kevin was over and we were messing with the carburetor, and it did that on our run prior to messing with it. That's kind of why we started messing with it. So let me know what you guys think. I don't think it's valve float. 5 grand's pretty darn low for valve float. It does have dual springs in them from AFR. I just popped a cap off, looked at the cap and rotor. That's all new. There's not even, it's hours that are on that, like 5 hours, I don't have the greatest ground on the motor to chassis. All I have is like the standard ground strap that one lead goes to the body and the other lead goes to the motor. I don't have any additional ground straps, but you know, I can't see that really happening. I've had like a lot shadier setups than this, right? But I wasn't under boost either. And I do have the MSD coil, so you see the MSD. It's not like it's a factory coil or something. I don't know. Any help you guys can give me would be appreciated, because you know, it has a potential to not miss. I know I ran it, and I'd like to get that out of there just so it revs clean, you know. One thing I did find today is I heard back from the blower shop. I don't know if anyone's ever heard of them. I don't know if I said anything on the channel about the trouble I've been having with support on the Holley supercharger. So I bought this brand new last winter, I believe it was, last winter. And I went back on the Holley site after I realized I'm only getting 5 to 6 pounds of boost. And I actually talked to the tech guys, and they said the reason I'm getting 5 to 6 instead of, I think it was 8 to 9 was advertised, is the larger ports in the AFR heads, and those numbers were actually given from stock heads. Kind of makes sense to me, but not that much sense, right? So I said, well, I'd like another pulley. I'd like, you know, if I'm going through all this, I'd like to be, you know, 8, 9, 10 pounds, whatever. Let's do it or not do it, right? So he said, oh, sorry, all the parts have been discontinued on that. I'm like, well, that's awesome. So since it hasn't even been 6 months since I bought that thing. And long story short, I called everybody and their brother, you know, tried to find them on Marketplace, eBay, all kinds of supercharger supply places. And I actually found that the blower shop makes replacement pulleys for these superchargers. So I will be getting the 3 1/4 inch diameter pulley, and I believe that said 11 to 12 pounds boost advertised, so it'll probably be more like 10 pounds of boost. I'm guessing the way things are set up, so hoping to get 9 to 10. That's my goal. Again, though, I need to get this missing or whatever it is that's going on. Maybe I'm blowing out a spark. I don't know. But I need to get that under control. Everything else looks great. Temperature looks great. Again, I'm running around 170-ish beat on it. You can see it go up a little bit more, and then it drops right back down. Really amazed at how these aluminum heads cool. And the big radiator, you know, I got the SVE radiator in here. But it's a whole different animal with these heads and with that radiator. But that's it for now. Hoping you guys can help me out. Oh, and I also wanted to throw out there that you know, anyone that's got a high performance clutch in their Mustang, let me know what you got, because you know, according to this, you know, we're around the block splitting territory, right? We're close to it, maybe a little shy of that. And I had what appeared to be a factory clutch in this. Well, I used to be able to roll into it in third and the back tires would light up. Well, now the clutch slips. So kind of wondering what you guys are running out there. You know, I know it's going to be, you know, a little bit of money to get something decent, but you know, that'll be a winter project. I'm not ready to start taking it apart just yet and get into that. But definitely needs a stronger clutch. So if you guys could comment below on what you're running, and you know, kind of give me an idea on how you like it. You know, is it hard to drive? Because again, I'm trying to drive a you know, it's like I'm trying to build a street car, but you know, it's kind of raggedy on the ragged edge, right? But I don't want to have to, you know, use 2 feet to put the clutch down, you know what I mean? Or go hydraulic or any of that craziness. All right, guys. Well, thanks. I hope to see a bunch of comments. Help me out of this one. And so we can rev this sucker to the moon. And again, like and subscribe. And hit me up if you want any t-shirts, sweatshirts. And talk to you soon.